the Mastery Mindset podcast channel. The CEO series. Master your mind and unleash your potential. Hey there, listeners. Welcome to another insightful episode of the Mastery Mindset podcast channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's both fascinating and crucial for anyone in a leadership role: the psychology of decision-making. Picture this. You're at the helm of a team, responsible for steering the ship towards success. But here's the thing, every decision you make, big or small, has an impact on the course you're charting. Today, we'll explore the art and science behind making effective decisions as a leader without losing your compass. We all like to think we're rational decision makers, but let's be real, our minds are tricksters. They're wired to take shortcuts, to find patterns even when they don't exist, and to rely on past experiences to shape our choices. These mental habits, known as cognitive biases, can influence even the most seasoned leaders. They're like hidden currents that can steer us off course if we're not vigilant. One such powerful bias is the confirmation bias. Picture this. You're in a heated debate about a business strategy with your team. As you're searching for information, you start noticing articles and opinions that align perfectly with your initial viewpoint. It's almost like the universe is confirming your stance. But here's the catch: you might be unintentionally ignoring alternative perspectives and data that could enrich your decision-making. Remember Kodak? Back in the 70s, they were at the top of their game, dominating the film photography industry. However, when the digital photography wave started gaining momentum, they found themselves grappling with a classic case of the confirmation bias. Their deep-rooted belief in the superiority of traditional film blinded them to the potential of digital photography. They dismissed it as a passing fad, leading to their eventual downfall. Now, let's shift our gaze to the late Steve Jobs, the visionary co-founder of Apple. In the mid-2000s, the tech industry was buzzing with skepticism about smartphones. Many doubted the idea of a device that merged a phone, an iPod, and an internet communicator. But Steve Jobs saw beyond the skepticism. He recognized the potential of the iPhone to revolutionize how we communicate, work, and live. While others were stuck in the past, clinging to familiar paradigms, Jobs harnessed his ability to transcend the confirmation bias. His visionary decision to embrace the iPhone shaped not only Apple's trajectory but also the entire tech landscape. This example showcases the power of challenging cognitive biases and embracing innovative ideas even when they seem unconventional. As leaders, understanding and managing these biases is an essential skill that empowers us to navigate the complex waters of decision-making. As leaders, we're often at the forefront of a constant decision-making whirlwind. From the moment we step into our roles, we're bombarded with choices, some trivial, others monumental. What project takes precedence? How do we allocate limited resources? Which direction do we take our teams? These are the questions that keep us awake at night, and rightly so. But there's an interesting phenomenon that creeps into our lives: decision fatigue. Imagine your mind as a wellspring of energy, a resource that depletes with each decision you make. The more choices we're confronted with, the more drained our mental resources become. It's like trying to sprint a marathon. Eventually, you'll find yourself stumbling, making hasty decisions, or avoiding choices altogether. You might have noticed some CEOs and successful leaders who've adopted unique ways to counter decision fatigue. Take, for instance, the famous case of Mark Zuckerberg. His wardrobe consists of a rotation of simple gray t-shirts and hoodies. Now, this isn't a fashion statement, but a conscious decision to eliminate one mundane choice from his daily routine. By simplifying his attire, Zuckerberg preserves his mental energy for the more critical decisions he faces as the leader of Facebook. Zuckerberg's streamlined clothing choice might seem trivial, but it's a reflection of a larger strategy. This practical decision frees up his mental bandwidth to focus on the strategic choices that shape the direction of his company. It's a testament to the fact that as leaders, prioritization isn't just about which projects to tackle, it's also about how we manage our cognitive resources. In your own leadership journey, consider how you can reduce decision fatigue. Could you streamline routine tasks? Delegate decisions that can be handled by others. These seemingly small shifts can have a significant impact on your ability to make well thought out, impactful choices when they truly matter. Leadership is a delicate dance between embracing innovation and managing risk. It's like walking a tightrope suspended between the comfortable ground of tradition and the exhilarating possibilities of the unknown. As leaders, we're constantly grappling with the question, how much risk is too much, and when should we take the leap? Playing it safe can provide a sense of security. After all, who doesn't like predictability? However, there's a catch: the more we cling to the safe route, the more we risk missing out on transformative opportunities. Innovation often requires stepping out of our comfort zones and venturing into uncharted territory. It's in these unfamiliar realms that breakthroughs happen and new horizons emerge. But let's not forget the flip side: recklessly embracing risks without proper evaluation can lead to disastrous outcomes. Imagine embarking on a venture without fully understanding its potential pitfalls. It's like setting sail on a stormy sea without a map, hoping to stumble upon treasure while ignoring the dangers lurking beneath the waves. Take a moment to travel back to the early 2000s, a time when Netflix was known for mailing out DVDs. Amid the growing digital landscape, they faced a pivotal choice: stick to their traditional model or take a bold leap into the world of streaming. It was a calculated risk that would either redefine entertainment consumption or potentially sink the company. Netflix's leadership, including Reed Hastings, understood the balance between risk and reward. They meticulously evaluated the landscape, identified trends, and made an informed decision to pivot towards streaming. This calculated risk wasn't a hasty jump. It was a strategic move that revolutionized the entertainment industry and laid the foundation for their global dominance. This example serves as a reminder that risk management isn't about avoiding risks altogether, but about assessing them intelligently and taking calculated steps towards innovation. As leaders, our role is to steer our ships through the waters of uncertainty, finding the balance between embracing the unknown and safeguarding our teams and organizations. In the world of leadership, it's not all about crunching numbers and chasing KPIs. A significant factor that often sets exceptional leaders apart is their emotional intelligence. It's the art of understanding, managing, and harnessing emotions, both your own and those of others, to make decisions that go beyond the spreadsheets and into the realm of human connection. Think of emotional intelligence as your compass in the vast sea of decision-making. When you're attuned to your own emotions, you're better equipped to navigate stormy waters without losing sight of your true direction. But it doesn't stop there. Understanding the emotions of your team, colleagues, and stakeholders can guide decisions that foster a positive and harmonious work environment. Let's turn our attention to a remarkable leader who exemplified the power of emotional intelligence: Mary Barra, CEO of General Motors. In the midst of the ignition switch crisis, Barra faced an unprecedented challenge. Instead of resorting to defensive tactics or blaming others, she displayed a remarkable level of emotional intelligence. She took responsibility for the situation, connected with the families affected by the crisis, and initiated meaningful changes to prevent such incidents in the future. Barra's empathetic approach wasn't just a PR move, it was a genuine manifestation of emotional intelligence. By acknowledging the emotional toll on the families and the company, she paved the way for healing and growth. This decision wasn't just about fixing a mechanical problem. It was about recognizing the human aspect of the crisis and acting in a way that aligned with the values of compassion and responsibility. Mary Barra's example serves as a powerful reminder that as leaders, we're not just guiding companies, we're guiding people. Emotional intelligence isn't a soft skill, it's a vital component that bridges the gap between decision-making and human connection. In the realm of leadership, there's a constant tug-of-war between short-term gains and long-term visions. The allure of immediate victories can be irresistible. After all, who doesn't love quick wins? But for leaders who aspire to create lasting impact, thinking beyond the present is paramount. It's about crafting a legacy that stands the test of time, far beyond the applause of the moment. Imagine you're gazing at a vast landscape, and each decision you make is a step you take. Short-term thinking is like focusing on the pebble in front of you, while long-term thinking is about understanding the path that leads to the horizon. It's about asking yourself questions that transcend the immediate results. What kind of mark do you want to leave on your organization? How will your decisions shape the future for your team and stakeholders? Enter Jeff Bezos, the visionary behind Amazon's meteoric rise. In the early days, Amazon wasn't the profit powerhouse we know today. Bezos understood that building a truly exceptional company required thinking beyond quarterly profits. He made customer satisfaction his North Star, even if it meant short-term losses. This long-term perspective guided the development of Amazon's customer-centric policies, like the famous Day One philosophy. Bezos' commitment to the long term paid off in ways that went beyond financial gain. His unwavering focus on customer satisfaction laid the foundation for Amazon's massive success, and its evolution into a global tech titan. By prioritizing customer experience over short-term profitability, Bezos demonstrated how a visionary leader thinks beyond the immediate horizon and builds an enduring legacy. This example underscores the power of long-term thinking. As leaders, it's about recognizing that while short-term wins might bring fleeting rewards, it's the long-term vision that shapes the trajectory of our journey. Delegation, it's a word that carries both the promise of relief and the weight of responsibility. As leaders, we often find ourselves walking a tightrope between doing it all ourselves and entrusting our team members with critical tasks. But there's an art to delegation that goes beyond just handing off assignments. It's about cultivating an environment of trust, growth, and innovation. Think of delegation as the act of planting seeds. When you entrust your team with responsibilities, you're giving them the chance to nurture and grow those seeds into vibrant blooms. But it's not just about offloading tasks, it's about fostering an atmosphere where your team feels empowered to make decisions, take ownership, and explore new avenues. Let's turn to the inspiring journey of Indra Nooyi, the former CEO of PepsiCo. She understood that true leadership wasn't about holding the reins tightly, but about empowering her team members to flourish. Nooyi championed a culture of experimentation and autonomy, allowing her team to take calculated risks. One of the outcomes of this approach was the breakthrough product, baked Lay's. The idea of a healthier version of a classic snack might not have materialized if Nooyi hadn't encouraged her team to think outside the box. By giving them the freedom to explore new concepts and make decisions, she not only fostered innovation but also cultivated a sense of ownership that drove her team's dedication. Nooyi's story illustrates that delegation isn't just about relieving your workload, it's about nurturing an environment where your team members can flourish. It's about recognizing that by trusting them with decisions, you're not only empowering them, but also paving the way for your organization's growth. Amidst the tapestry of history, there are leaders whose stories continue to inspire us to reach for the stars. One such luminary is Eleanor Roosevelt, a beacon of courage and grace who left an indelible mark on the world. Eleanor's journey was one of uncharted waters and unforeseen challenges. Born into privilege, she could have easily taken the well-trodden path. But instead, she chose to embrace her voice and become a driving force for change. She championed civil rights, women's rights, and social justice at a time when the status quo seemed unshakable. Picture this. A woman who stood at the intersection of power and empathy, a first lady who transformed the role into a platform for compassion and progress. Her life was a testament to her belief that leadership is not just about holding a title, it's about holding a vision and embodying it with unwavering conviction. Eleanor's words still resonate across time. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. These words encapsulate her enduring spirit, a reminder that in the face of adversity, it's the audacity to dream and the courage to pursue those dreams that lead us towards a future brimming with possibilities. As we navigate our own leadership journeys, let's draw strength from Eleanor's legacy. Let's remember that our dreams, however audacious, carry within them the potential to shape our destinies and leave an imprint on the world. As leaders, we stand at the helm of a ship sailing through the uncharted waters of our professional lives. The psychology of decision-making serves as our trusted compass, guiding us with each choice we make. It's the art of turning uncertainty into opportunity and shaping our paths with purpose. From navigating the treacherous currents of cognitive biases to managing the tides of decision fatigue, we've explored how these psychological factors shape our leadership journey. we've discovered that embracing calculated risks isn't a leap into the dark, but a step towards innovation. Emotional intelligence is the North Star that guides us through human connection, and long-term thinking is the roadmap to leaving a legacy beyond the horizon. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude for joining me on this insightful journey today. If our discussion resonated with you, if you found a nugget of wisdom that could ignite positive change in your leadership style, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. By becoming a part of the Mastery Mindset podcast channel community, you're ensuring that you never miss an episode that empowers you to become the leader you aspire to be. Remember, each decision you make ripples through time, shaping not only your future but the future of those you lead. So keep embracing the psychology of decision-making, keep steering towards growth, and keep harnessing the power of your leadership to create a legacy of impact and innovation. Thank you once again, and until next time, keep making those impactful decisions. The canvas of the future is yours to shape.